Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Daily Fantasy Digest Podcast, the all-inclusive podcast where we talk all things fantasy sports to help give you an edge. I am your host, Joe Bewer, and I'm going to be breaking down this Thursday, June 13th, 9-game main slate starting at 6:05. Got a lot of things to go over here as far as pitching and bat stacks that I want to jump right into. Hope everybody was successful in the past two breakdowns. If you use anything, any information from those breakdowns, had a dinger of the day call go off. So hoping to continue that in today's breakdown. If you wouldn't mind dropping a subscribe on the video before we go ahead and jump into this breakdown. So let's jump right into this without further ado and look at our pitching options for today. There's a lot of top guys here, and not a lot of them are in surprisingly smash spots as we were hoping to see. But there are a few mid-price guys, and I think that paying down for pitching is going to be the way to go to this slate. So out of the 10 price, I'm actually going to fade all 10 and 9K price guys, and I'm going to go with SP1 of J.A. Happ. Just been playing really well as of late. 3 games just in a row, over 20 fantasy points. Just kind of really bouncing back from that terrible play against Baltimore. And I love this play going up against the White Sox, who are just a terrible, terrible team. So I think J.A. Happ is really going to excel in this start. Next play we have is Jack Flaherty on the Cardinals going up against the Mets. Just another low-scoring offense. Flaherty got a little choked up by the Cubs recently, but has just been pretty solid all year. If you just look down, 20 fantasy points in a lot of these starts. And we see a price dip of 7,300, which doesn't really make any sense going up against the New York Mets, who just really aren't that great of a team other than Pete Alonso. So I really want to target Flaherty here and kind of pay down for pitching today and get some pretty solid bats in here. I'm not really interested in any of the other pitchers in the mid-range, and I'm not really interested in any of the high-price guys either. I think they're in okay spots, but I think that all of these are pretty exploitable. Kershaw is going up against a Cubs team who's just been hot lately. DeGrom has just been not himself as of late, and the Cardinals are definitely capable of exploding. Boyd's probably in the best spot out of the 3, but going up against KC, I'm just not going to go there when I could get the same upside with Happ or Flaherty for 2 to 3K off. So, bat stacks. Let's jump right into this really quick. New York Yankees going up against Ivan Nova. Probably going to be the chalkiest stack of the night, but I want to go ahead and exploit a few options here. Locking in Aaron Hicks and a low-priced Didi Gregorius at 4,300. Gregorius coming off the injury, came back and just been playing exceptionally well. The lefty going up against the righty pitching of Ivan Nova is just going to be a great thing to exploit. So I really want to target Hicks and Gregorius here. I do as well want to look at DJ LeMahieu if I can fit him in. I think that he at leadoff just poses a great threat and potential stolen base upside. If any of these lower guys play, I am a big fan of Gio Urshela, depending on what the lineup looks like tomorrow. If you can fit Urshela or LeMahieu in, I am definitely okay with those plays as well. So the slate, as far as batting options, is just really far and few between, and Coors is on the slate. So I'm going to subdue to the Coors hype, but I'm only going to play the side of San Diego because I think they're in a better spot against a John Gray who's just not been himself this whole year. So there are a few options that I really like here. I love Eric Hosmer. I love Josh Naylor. Is it John? Yeah, it's Josh Naylor, who's just been playing pretty well this year so far. And he's just been kind of solidifying his spot in the lineup. But one guy that I really want to pay up for is Franmil Reyes at 4,700. I think that Reyes just poses such a deep threat hitting in the 3 spot of the lineup that it's just incredible for what he can do. I believe he's hit 18 or 19 homers on the year, 19 homers. Just been incredibly well as of late. I mean, he's had streaks down here where, 2 homers, 1 homer, another homer. Really want Reyes here going up against Gray in a hitter-friendly Coors field. I'm definitely a big fan of Fernando Tatis if you can, but 5,500 is just a little too much to pay. Especially when Gray is capable of pitching a decent game. But I think that San Diego is definitely the play to go here with the over-under sitting at 11, and the Rockies don't have too much of an edge. So with that being said, if you can fit in some more Yankee bats, like potentially Urshela or Cameron Maybin, anybody like that, depending on who starts, is definitely going to be something crucial. I'll put Urshela in there just in case because I think he'll start tomorrow. But I think the Yankees and the Padres are going to be the most chalkiest teams to stack tomorrow. But I don't want to take the high-priced guys. I think some of the lower-priced guys are going to be overlooked, and that's exactly where I want to exploit. So for this video, this is exactly what my pitching lineup is going to look tomorrow. Happ and Flaherty. I don't see that changing at all. I think they're in the best spots at such a cheap and discounted price. For hitting options, I definitely want to stack San Diego. I mean, if we just go ahead and look at Coors bats tomorrow, I mean, that's outrageous. I mean, 58, 57, 56, 53, 5,200. Going up against Cal Quantrill, who pitched a pretty well game last time in a hitter-friendly ballpark. So I expect something similar. I do expect Coors to be a chalky stack in cash games. But for me, I'm just not a big fan of playing Coors. I'd rather just find my edge elsewhere. So my main stack of the night is going to be the Yankees going up against Ivan Nova in a hitter-friendly ballpark. Stacking 3 there. Taking 3 cheap San Diego plays, Eric Hosmer, Naylor, and Franmil Reyes. And then I will leave the rest up to you guys, the viewers, whatever you'd like to do. Putting in second base and catcher. I would recommend going somewhere in the Toronto-Baltimore game with Gabriel Yanoa pitching and Marcus Stroman. That's never a good thing to have when you hear both of those two names in the same sentence. Pitching has been terrible this whole year for both of them, so you can definitely get some value from either of those games. So that being said, it's definitely what it's going to look like tomorrow. Dinger of the day call that we always do on this channel is going to be Aaron Hicks. I think Aaron Hicks goes yard. He's been hitting up in the lineup going up against Ivan Noah, switch hitter. I think that just favors him so much. So Aaron Hicks is going to be the thumbnail of this video and my dinger of the day call. I don't see that changing, and I see him being my lock and load play for tomorrow in GPPs and cash. Now, if you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. Leave a like and a comment if you did enjoy it. Let us know what you think. If you're on Apple Podcasts, please subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the videos. And if you wouldn't mind going on Twitter and following us at @FantasyDigest_, where we post up-to-date information regarding all the videos as well as anything that may change come lineup lock. So, stay up to date on Twitter so you can stay the new interviews that are coming as well as more breakdowns. We're going to be trying to bring breakdowns at least multiple times per week as well as an interview every Friday, which we will have one coming out this Friday. So stay tuned for that and follow us on Twitter and let us know what you think. DM me any questions before lock if it comes to your lineup. I'll definitely be sure to answer those as fast as possible. And until next time, peace.